I like what I'm seeing right now. I'm not that depressed anymore, Mad Dog. I'm not that depressed anymore, Shay. Wilbon, no matter how hard you try, I will not get depressed. This is a beautiful day in New York City, even though I'm here in LA. It's the way it goes, baby. You know what? First takes in the house. Finally, the Knicks have me saying, holla at your boy. Woo!
First take, Shea Cornett. Of course, Stephen A. Smith here with you. Mad Dog, good morning to you. Michael Wilbon, hello. Good morning.
Hello there, Michael.
Can you believe this guy acting like they've already won the series? I mean, they haven't even beat the Hawks
In the
fully
presence,
in the series.
I'm in the presence of royalty.
Exactly.
Hey, watch your mouth. See, there go Wilbon again. My brother, I love you, dear. But you're trying to do it again. I know what he's doing. Doggy, it's good to see you. I like the blazer, by the way.
Sure.
Tell Jeannie, it's not you. It's Mrs. Mad Dog. We all know it's not you. It's not you.
Didn't you wake up
But
this
we'll
morning?
go
So
with
it was the old man, but you may continue. Go ahead.
Here we go. How can you don't say
All right.
that?
Let's go to the Knicks. Have yourself a night, Jalen Brunson. The Knicks beat the Hawks convincingly last night. I'll give them that at the Garden to move within one game of advancing to the semifinals in the Eastern Conference. Jalen Brunson, 39 points, 17 of them in the fourth quarter. As for the Hawks, C.J. McCollum had only 6 points. The Knicks have dominated the past two games, winning by an average of 22.5 points. And so here's their head coach, Mike Brown, on fighting through the adversity.
They're resilient, and we talked about it throughout the course of the year. You know, you got to go through some adversity throughout the course of the year to see what you're made of as a group, see how you're going to respond. And, you know, you just got to keep fighting. And our guys have been through a lot so far this year, and they continue to go through it, but they've been through it as a group. And there's nothing that will deter the group. They're a veteran group that knows what they want and how to go get it, no matter what's in front of them.
So that's now 2 convincing wins in a row by the New York Knicks against the Atlanta Hawks. Has the perception of the Knicks, Michael Wilbon, changed over these last 2 games?
It has. I don't know that it's permanently changed, but that's what playoff basketball is. It's back and forth. It's push and pull. It's a tug of war. And so it changes now, and it has when you win a couple of straight, especially if they make it 3 straight, Shay, and they close the series out in Atlanta. Yes, we will have a different perception of the Knicks, at least in the short term, before they get into the next series, and then we'll form new impressions. But right now, yeah, they discovered something late in Game 3, even though it didn't really work. They put it to full use in Game 4. You knew Atlanta was going to react to that. I mean, Cat as a primary playmaker. Yep. And so last night it was diminished a little bit, but he was fine again in that situation. And Brunson did what we're accustomed to seeing him doing now in big games in Madison Square Garden. Did this last year a couple of times in the playoffs and was just on it last night. And every time in the fourth quarter, it looked like Atlanta could score at least successive baskets. Brunson shut that down at the other end. So, yeah, it's changed for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, I think the Knicks on Saturday played their most solid 48-minute game they had to have moment that I've seen all year. Give Brown credit. You know, he used his bench. They got some mileage out of that. And they played well last night. And I'm with Michael. Let me see another game here now with Atlanta, Game 6. Don't fool around with the game. Don't play around with your food. Win the game. Maybe Philadelphia beats Boston. You get an extra couple of days off. So we got the Knicks. It's almost like you take the temperature every day. So you got to keep that in mind. The other thing I'm going to say quickly before we throw to Steve, Atlanta stinks. Okay? I mean, let's call it like we see it. When I see Philly and I see Maxey, I see that rookie from Baylor, and he's good. And obviously I see Grimes making shots. Embiid, when he's into it and he's healthy, is great. I don't love George, but he's very useful. That's a good team. When they're healthy together like they were last
23
night.
games is all it's been.
I know that. Yeah. Well, and you knew they'd have a bad Game 4 because he hadn't played. But last night, they were a good team. Atlanta is not a good team. They're fun, youth. They've done a great job, but they're not a good team. And a little bit like Portland, not really quite ready yet to be a good team. So I got to see the Knicks on that next level before I'm going to go crazy that this is the team we're going to see. Steve?
Well, listen, I heard what Doggy had to say. Let me get back to Mr. Wilbon just for a second here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we bow at the altar. The brothers in the industry, we bow at the altar.
Setting me up,
Godfather.
Doggy.
Sure is, Mike.
This is our God. This is our God. We love him
Very
dearly.
kind.
We love him dearly. We revere him. He is that dude to all of us. But this professorial approach that he comes up with this morning, we ain't going for it. Hell with all that. We New Yorkers, you damn right we excited. And you're absolutely right, Doggy. You know what? Atlanta, not quite ready yet. Got it. Totally understand that. But the point is, it was never about the Atlanta Hawks. It was about the Knicks needing to look like the Knicks were supposed to look because it's against the Atlanta Hawks. And that's what we've seen over the last 2 games. We've seen Mike Brown reminding everybody why he's a former coach of the year and making the necessary adjustments. Not just with putting Mikal Bridges on the bench when necessary because he wasn't playing up to snuff and using guys like McBride and Clarkson off the bench along with others, but it was also making sure to put the ball in Karl Anthony Towns' hands. 1 minute it's to be dominant because they have no answer for him in Atlanta. The other was for him to be a facilitator so you could put Jalen Brunson off the ball, let him get in his pick and roll brilliance, which is what he did last night. Doing everything that he does. Movement without the basketball. I saw Jalen Brunson, who's usually walking the ball up the court, to a crawl. Look at a turnover by Atlanta. Josh Hart picks up the basketball, leads a fast break, and it's Brunson that outsprints the rest of the Atlanta Hawks to go in for a fast break layup. These are the kind of things that you're anticipating and expecting to see because you know how great he can be and you know how great he is. The fact that the New York Knicks have made this kind of adjustment is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm very happy to see, and you're damn right our mentality has changed because that combined with the Detroit Pistons can't shoot, can't hit the backside of a barn, being the worst shooting team in the playoffs, that combined with the haphazardness of the Boston Celtics who always give you at least one game where they stink. But in this series, it's 2 games where they've done that, over-reliant on a 3-point shot. Now, all of a sudden, my preseason prognostication comes into play. When I said that the New York Knicks were going to the NBA Finals, now I'm feeling that vibe again. I'm feeling like they can pull this off because I saw over the last 2 games them be what the hell they're supposed to be. And that is what I am very, very, very happy about. I'd like to say that.
So to go back to the whole going through Cat thing, it did feel like last night, although Jalen Brunson had quite a night, Karl Anthony Towns was involved on both ends of the floor, much more so than I felt like we saw in the previous games. You're right. We saw it a little bit in Game 3, Game 4, Game 5. Last night it really came to fruition, right? And it turned out successful for them.
Yeah, it has. Now, look, other teams are going to be able to Chris's point. The Hawks aren't ready yet. They're going to be looking forward to whatever they can do in the offseason to adding a player, particularly one that can score, one that offensively is a guy they can depend on. They'll get there. The Celtics are a different animal when it comes to what it is they can do to counter Karl Anthony Towns in this new role. And if you're the Knicks, you're going to make somebody prove they can stop it. So when we get to that next series and we presume, yes, I'm presuming it'll be the Celtics, we'll get there. I think the one thing we should have learned from these playoffs, Stephen A., you know this.
Okay.
You can't determine. There's no need to declare anything. Some of this stuff has to play out. And, as our dear friend Tony Kornheiser is fond of saying, the other team has coaches too. And they have film too. And they're going to go to work now. And they're going to, the next series is going to be more difficult for the Knicks to do what they've done at the end of Game 3.